Hi everyone, I hope everyone's well. I wanted to hop on, and it's going to irritate some people, but I felt it's important. This whole thing about Kate Middleton and the announcement she made. If you checked my last video, I would have said it in the comments if I've replied to someone or in the description box that there will be a follow-up announcement to come out and it won't be from the clinic. And here we go. I don't want to rally on from this, but I think I might have put something because just take a look at that video. Let me know what you see and I can tell you what I saw. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, why is she so blared? I mean, this is going to be a global message. And one thing I wanted to say is that in all my readings, I said about, and so they're trying to message to the public so everyone calms down, and things will play out. Like now, what have you reached to apart from knowing something? And I open YouTube and everything is about Kate Middleton having cancer. And it's sad. It is really sad. But who doesn't know someone who doesn't have cancer? I wish her healing and love, only because I always pick up people's energy as if I was, for example, a relative of hers. Everyone knows someone who has cancer. I know someone who died of cancer, but she's young and hopefully she can fight forward. The difference between her and some people on the NHS, she's getting first-class treatment. And I'm not trying to downplay anything. Please understand me. There's some people that are waiting for cancer treatment, and the cancer is rigorous and eating away at them. So I think, in my last video as well, I mentioned a lot about distractions. I'm not saying this whole thing is about distractions. And I know some of my videos are not for people because people like just stuff to feed on. But if you go back to my readings, you'll see there's always kind of a tone and a message, a larger message than what the title is about. There's people that are in extreme circumstances. There's women like, for example, even celebrities or Meghan Markle that say they're women activists. What about the women in Palestine that don't have, on the basic, sanitary, and some women in the UK, in other countries that cannot afford sanitary equipment or sanitary stuff or whatever it is? Equipment's not the right word, but I get really passionate about this. And so I was sat thinking and I was feeling sad for Kate and stuff like that. I knew that there was a larger message. I wrote it in my last few videos. There's something larger and there's a secondary. And I think in one of the videos, either in a comment description box or in a couple of them, I've mentioned I feel that she's going in for a scar revision or scar tissue or something. I'd seen it in some of the cards as well. And maybe this is the result. This is kind of what is coming up of it. But there's still something, by the way, and I don't want to dive into that. There's women in Palestine that next door in Tel Aviv, there's a nightclub going on and everyone's partying, and there's a woman being stripped naked and in front of her husband being raped by armies. And there's women that are giving birth without any painkillers, without any anesthesia. There's women that their babies are being killed right in front of their eyes and they can't do that. Can you imagine how hurtful that is if you're a parent and you're strapped and you can't move and you're seeing someone torture your child? So where are all the women activists right now? Where are those that have these global labels to speak of the pain of women and women that are going through stuff? Or in general, the whole thing that's happening. I mean, in Palestine, it's absolutely ridiculous. We have a UN that says they're a framework. And I'm going to have to be careful what I say because I'm very direct. And it said that, what's happened, genocide, has broken several laws within the UN. What other country would get away with this? I mean, I know a lot of people might think, especially if you're in London, or some of the main cities around the world where there's constant protests, that you're bored of it. But just think about the stuff that's happening and the pain. And if you're not sure about it, then you need to ask people that know, that have LinkedIn sources or come from that area. But just think about stuff. Some of us might have even forgotten our family members that have been through the same pain, but have not had the first class team available to them. Okay. And at the same time, I do understand this a little bit, because I know when, for example, certain areas in our life are so stressful, let's say financial, you will want to watch anything that's beyond like a financial reading or financial advice, etc., because you're kind of like trying to escape it in a certain way. And that's where the element of escapism and addiction and etc. come in place. So I mean, we just need to think of some things. And I'm saying this because if you are deeply saddened, yes, we need to send healing. But I just want you to re-look at what you're sucked into and what you're really focused on. And I see right now that people are actually reading on this. Like, I am baffled. And I'll tell you in that video, the only thing that I see is true is the bench, or that was live at the time of taking is the bench. It could be other elements was live at different times and they're all put together. I'm not saying the message is not true. Please please excuse me from that. Don't misunderstand me. Sorry, that's what I wanted to say. But there is a put together, because when you're doing a global message, you're going to be the main focus of that video. Okay, so now maybe we just need to back off a little bit, because obviously you're forcing people into doing stuff and they don't want to do it. I've said this in all my readings. And let's just look at the wider picture. I'm not saying let's tap into the heart of the earth. And I know that we're looking at things to maybe navigate from our own pain or stuff, but some people are just like feeding on it and don't really have many issues or problems, and they're just so focused on it. I hope this message reaches you and you understand where I'm coming from. I don't mean to bring up, you know, I can go on about Palestine, I can go on about the pain and the suffering that's going on, and we have it in several countries, and we have it in our own countries. And I think we just need to understand, even go back to my readings and try to understand larger messages around stuff. And yeah, the pain that's out there for a lot of people, you know, a lot of people. And so I hope you are all well, stay blessed, catch up on your readings. I'm always asking what's your star sign or the tarot reading of your sign, so that I know what to upload. I'm all over the place right now, confused on what people wanted to see in terms of their tarot. There's some crime cases that I'm covering, especially around children and children that are missing. You might want to catch up on that. And stay blessed, everyone. And I will do a reading, I promised, on the UK Royals. I'll have to see if the reading attaches to the energy. I do think there's going to be more on this. I don't want to mention much more, but I just wanted to see if we can maybe understand a little bit around the messaging that I've just done. Take care, stay blessed, and bye for now.